Just stop messing around. We've got to get this done. Got to be at the airport in less than an hour. All right, let's make some strangers rich, buddy. You filming?
Ready when you are.
All right. Hi, my name's Dave, and that's my brother-in-law Andy behind the camera that we bought specifically for this video. Now, I'm not going to take up a lot of your time, but by the end of this video, I'm basically going to write you a blank check. Okay, free money. Now, you can watch or don't watch, it's entirely up to you, but let me just say this, it's going to cost you nothing, and you have literally everything to gain. I mean, everything. It's my lovely wife, GINNY, and it was actually her idea to do this video, so that's why we're here. Now, earlier this year, we all became millionaires. And that's crazy because 2 years before that, I had almost nothing. I mean, I literally didn't have 2 coins to rub together. Now, I'm not going to go into the details of that, but I'm here to talk to you and to talk about how I'm going to make you a millionaire. So hear me out. Let's try something, right? Let's play a little game just to help me explain it a bit better. So I'm going to flip this coin a few times. Let's say if it comes up heads, I pay you $20. If it comes up tails, you pay me $20, right? Sound good? Heads, you win $20. Heads again, now you're on 40. Tails, all right, you're down 20. Tails again, right, now you're on 0. Tails for the third time, all right, so you owe me $20. Relax, it's just a game, right? By the end of this, I'm going to be giving you money. But what if it wasn't a game? What if it was real? Would you play it? Well, it is. And there are literally thousands of people out there who do exactly this every single day from home. I mean, okay, granted, they're not literally flipping a coin, but it's just as easy. Now, me personally, I wouldn't do it, right? Not unless the odds were in my favor. Because if you think about it, flipping a coin, I mean, it's pretty much the most random thing you can do. I mean, I could flip this thing 10 times. It could come up heads 10 times in a row, or tails. You never know. Just because there's 2 sides to a coin doesn't guarantee there's going to be 5 heads and 5 tails. All right? Every time you flip a coin, your odds are always 50-50. Now, let's imagine that every time heads comes up, you win $20. Every time tails comes up, you only lose $2. Would you play then? I bet you would. Now imagine flipping that same coin 1,000 times a day. That's what we did. And we made more money than we ever believed possible. I mean, I live in a beautiful house on the coast that I paid cash for. Not even 2 weeks ago, I picked up my second BMW, paid in full, right? We were on our way to the airport for a long overdue, much deserved 2-week holiday. The truth is, we have more money than we need, right? We'll never have to work again. And it's all thanks to this genius over here. Now you're probably wondering how we did it, right? It's a long story, I'm going to keep it short. I guess I have my old boss to thank for firing me two years ago, because if he hadn't, I would never have met Steve. You know, we lost everything. And we had to move in with my parents, and Steve just happened to be living next door. All right, he was 19 at the time, still in college. Now, it was during his summer break that I had an idea. And I started chatting to Steve, and about 4 weeks later, we developed a piece of software that we used less than 30 minutes a day, and we made over $2,700 a day. All right, think about that. That's over $14,000 a week. I'm talking hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, right? For a few little mouse clicks, and that's just one account. Now, we gave the software to some friends, and they started making a ton of money too. Now, here's the thing, right? Steve even gave it a name. He called it Insured Profits. Because every single time you click that mouse, whether it lands on heads or tails once or 4 times or 10 times in a row, your profits can only go up. Because the side it lands on more is where you make your $20, right? You're insured. Clever, huh? Now, maybe you're wondering why I'm telling you this. Well, we've been exceptionally fortunate. We really have. But I still remember clearly what it was like to have nothing. You know, to not be able to provide for my family. The world's moving at a really fast pace, and if something like that can happen to me, it can happen to anyone. I mean, the economy is not what it used to be, and I know that there are people out there who who are going through exactly what we've been through, or who know exactly what we're talking about. So I was up a couple nights ago chatting to GINNY about what we were going to do. And we decided we were going to pay it forward. In other words, we were going to let other people achieve the same financial freedom that we've achieved. So here's what we're going to do. We're giving away the software for free. Take it. It's yours. And I know you're sitting there thinking, well, Dave, that seems like it's too good to be true. I know it does, but I promise you, it isn't. All right? Because this guy has taken care of everything. He's going to show you exactly what you need to do. So we got to go, right? But he's going to be house sitting for the next 2 weeks, so he's going to be here. And he's even going to post some of our accounts up so you can see that this is real. I promise you this will change your life if you let it. So yeah, good luck. Take care. And we'll talk again when we get back. And listen to this guy, because he is literally the smartest chap I know. Okay, thanks.
Hey everyone, Steve here, the guy at the computer right at the beginning of Dave's video. I promised Dave I'd take you through a bunch of stuff, so I created this little presentation. Now, that was Dave and GINNY, hands down the two most wonderful people I've ever met. And I'm so glad they moved in next door when they first came to the US. They're not just amazing friends, they've also got bigger hearts than anyone I've met in my entire life. Anyway, vacation time for them. I'm sure they'll enjoy every second of it. Now I've got some time to really dig into this, because what Dave and GINNY created is simply incredible. And no, just in case you started wondering, it's not coin tossing software. What we're talking about here is binary options. And what Dave was trying to explain is a very simple concept. Your odds of making money with any binary option software is, at best, 50-50. In other words, win 50 times, lose 50 times. Why? Because binary option trading is based on choosing between two possible outcomes: up, or call, and down, a put. If you've ever tried binary option software, then you'll know exactly what I mean. Place 20 trades, and you either don't make money, but you're lucky enough to break even, or you lose money because your losses are bigger than your profits. That's right. If you invested $10 each time, your losses would cost you $10, but your wins would only pay you $7.50. Got that? $10 losses, but only $7.50 wins. The cold hard truth is that binary option traders lose money. And to recap the two main reasons, fact number one, binary options is an up or down game. Exactly like a coin toss, only two possible outcomes. You always have a 50-50 chance of winning. Fact number two, your losses are always bigger than your wins. The outcome? Well, even if you manage to win 50% of your trades, and most people aren't that lucky, but your losses are bigger than your wins, you still lose money. That's how most people trade binary options. And that's why most people don't make money with binary options. The good news for you is that all ends today. Dave's software does what nothing and no one has been able to do until today. Dave decided he wasn't going to try to get more winners than losers, the way other software developers do, because that's close to impossible. The only way to get filthy rich with binary options is by playing the game as is. In other words, give up on the impossible dream of more winners than losers. Instead, and pay close attention, develop a mathematically smart strategy to ensure you're losers. By ensuring you're losers, as Dave's software does, 100% automatically, you get to beat the house, because when you lose, you only lose $2. When you win $20. So, say for example you place 100 binary option trades, $20 on each trade, and the result was 50 winners and 50 losers. If you traded without insured profits, you would have lost money. 50 times 20 equals $1,000 loss. 50 times $15 equals $750 profit. Net loss, $250. On the other hand, if you traded with Insured Profits, you would have made money. 50 times $2 equals a $100 loss. 50 times $20 equals a $1,000 profit. Net profit, $900. Again, without Insured Profits, a $250 loss. With Insured Profits, $900 profit. Is this sinking in yet? With Insured Profits, you always make $20 when you win. You always lose $2 when you don't. And even in a situation where your win-loss ratio is 50-50, you make money. Let's go over another example because this is key. Let's say you took 100 binary option trades. 65 times price went up and 35 times price went down. You'd have made $20 each time price went up because that's the side that appeared most often. You'd also have lost $2 each time price went down because that's the side that appeared least often. That's a net profit of $1,230. The beauty of all this is this. Truthfully, it doesn't matter which way price goes. As Insured Profit users, we don't care. Because any combination of up and down makes you money. Because again, the side that appears more times is the side that makes you $20 per trade. Now you understand why Dave's software is called Insured Profits. No matter what happens, you end up making money. And the reason is always the same. The side that appears most often pays you $20, and the side that appears least often costs you just $2. That's the whole purpose of being insured, as Dave was trying to explain in his video. And that's how you make tens of thousands of dollars each week by trading binary options. Now, I'm going to show you some indisputable, jaw-dropping income proof in a moment. But look, Insured Profits isn't just the next generation of software available. It's built using proprietary concepts, principles, and algorithms, and it's also the first real software that makes money 100% automatically with close to zero risk, yet requires absolutely no configuration by the user. And finally, can be operated by anyone, regardless of their technical abilities. You see, even though I coded the software, the formula came entirely from Dave. He's the real genius who came up with a way to make $20 from each winner and hand back just $2 for each loser. He likes to say that he'd never have cracked it without me, but for the record, I think he'd eventually have found a way. Anyway, before I go on, I have to make something perfectly clear. I need you to pay attention now because this is very important. Please do not waste Dave's, Ginny's, or my time here. We are not here to play games, so if you're just a tire kicker, please step aside. We are here to help people make money. Lots of money. Tons of it, in fact. There's no other way to say it. This is the kind of opportunity that comes along once in a lifetime. So, if you're not serious about your future, if you're not ready to take this journey to incredible wealth with us, do not waste our time. We only want to help decisive people who can commit to change, the kind of people who know where they want to be in life. Dave hasn't busted his ass for such a long time to develop the #1 profit-making software available and hand it to you completely free, just for you to treat this with anything less than 100% seriousness. Still unsure? Well, there's probably a line of people 3 miles long standing right behind you, and they want your spot. Don't worry if you aren't ready for this. Someone will grab your place. It won't go to waste. That's guaranteed. So now that's cleared the air a bit, if you're still here, and if you're 1000% committed, let's move on, and let's make you our next millionaire in the group. Now, Dave and Ginny asked me to share some stuff with you. I've also got a little personal surprise I want to share myself. So pay attention here because this could be your future as well. Now remember, and this is important, with Insured Profits, everything is done from within the software. For example, you can access all your brokerage profit and loss information, historical balance, money sent, etc. Okay, let's log into their account. This is Dave and Ginny's profit, exactly as reported inside the software on the Account Statistics tab. Over $2 million pure profit accumulated over the last 14 months. But that's not all. For those of you wondering how much more exciting can this get, I'll tell you what's more exciting than all this. It's withdrawing the profits every single week. This column shows the amount of money sent to Dave and Ginny every single week. The special feeling each week when you see this kind of money being wired to your bank account is something out of this world. Oh, by the way, remember how with Insured Profits, you only lose $2 when you lose and make $20 when you win? Well, look here at the gross profit column and the loss column. Now you understand what I'm talking about. Guys, this is all cold, hard cash. 100% profit, tens of thousands of dollars every single week. Money to do with as you please. In fact, here's Dave's personal bank account statement. Over $1.5 million in deposits. And his second personal account statement at another bank. Just a bit over $1 million. That's how you make money. Real money. That's how you live the kind of life that rich people live. But more importantly, that's how you become free. By the way, Dave and Ginny both insisted I show you the new house they're so proud of. All paid for with Insured Profits money. It's definitely the most beautiful house I've ever seen up close. And no wonder it cost them $1.7 million. This thing is mammoth. Dave and Ginny took some pictures for you guys to see their jewel. They worked so hard to make it the beauty it is now. All the furniture. They even bought a new kitchen for $80,000. Then remodeled the swimming pool, which cost them another $57,000. But I've got to tell you, the view from this house is amazing. Even these pictures can't capture the real beauty of this view. You have to be here to understand what I'm saying. Oh, and of course, you have to buy a car that matches the house, right? Dave's dream, a black BMW M6 convertible, just over $114,000. Personally, I don't like BMWs, but this one's a real beauty. But here's the thing, and Dave and Ginny both agree with me because we've talked about it quite a lot. The sign of wealth, fancy cars, fancy clothes, luxury resorts, private airplanes, yachts, holiday homes, jewelry, all of it is really just BS. Why? Because those are just the material things that money gives you. Sure, it's absolutely mind-blowing when you can afford whatever you want, but what a lot of money really gives you has nothing to do with material things. Far from it, in fact. The most luxurious thing money can buy you can be stated in just one word. Freedom. The feeling of waking up in the morning and knowing you can do whatever you want. You can buy whatever you want. You can help whoever you want. You can spoil whoever you want. You answer to no one. You know that you and your family are safe. You know that you and your family's future is secure. You know that stress is a part of the distant past. That's what money really buys. And the best part is that Dave and Ginny will hand you that opportunity, just like they handed it to me. In fact, let me show you my Insured Profits account statement. Look at this. You can see here that I'm topping out at just over $1.4 million after about 11 months. When you consider that I've only just turned 21, it's pretty cool. Check out my withdrawals. Every single week, like a Swiss clock. Money just keeps rolling in, week after week. Here's my main bank account statement where most of my Insured Profit money is wired to. I have a few smaller ones as well. It's getting fatter by the day. Look, I bought a lot of things with the money from this profit machine, and I mean it. A lot. But I want to share an important lesson I learned from all that spending. And this isn't something I've told a lot of people. When I turned 16 and all the other rich parents were busy buying cars for the kids, well, we weren't so well off. I got my license, of course, but my folks couldn't afford to get me my own car. So I only had use of my dad's old pickup when he didn't need it. Anyway, when I hit my first $400,000 a while back, first thing that came to mind was going to a dealership and buying an awesome car. And here it is, my dream machine. I fantasized about having one since I was 16 years old. Just imagine a kid my age walking into a dealership and swiping a card for it. The look on the salesman's face was priceless. The guy was speechless. Seriously, speechless. Well, $216,000 cash. Why wouldn't he be? Do you know how it feels to drive a Ferrari? Your own Ferrari, the very first time? It's hard to explain. It's kind of surreal. I shot a video with my brother Marcus so you guys can get an idea. We drove for about 2 hours. No kidding. Here are a few clips. If you ever had one of those "I wish this thing could take off" moment when driving, then multiply that by 100. It does take a few rides until you get comfortable with this baby, but then it is a sports car. Honestly, it did cost me a lot of money, but it's been worth every penny. Now, pay attention here, because this is very important. About 4 months after I bought the Ferrari, I was out for a ride with Dave, just chatting, enjoying the weather. Suddenly I realized that same dealership was coming up on my right. As I looked over, I saw my car, but in black and with different rims. I'd already made another $340,000 by then, so I told Dave to pull over and we went to have a look. So I said to Dave, "I want to get that." And he said, "What for? You already have one." And I said, "Well, this one's in black." Dave smiled at me and shook his head and said, "Come with me." 30 minutes later, we were at a charity across town. "Seems like that money's burning a hole in your pocket," he said. And right then and there, he had me write out a check for $50,000 and hand it in. The strange thing is, it was the best feeling ever. The warmth and appreciation I got from the staff was incredible. They couldn't believe the kindness of a random stranger. To them, it was unthinkable. That's a lesson Dave taught me, and I'll never forget it. In fact, 8 weeks later, I bought my parents a house, a huge place in the best neighborhood. It's funny, but the hardest part was getting them to accept it. They're both proud people, especially my dad. So, what was the lesson that Dave taught me? I'm just a young single guy. I don't need my own house. Instead, I decided to give something back to the people who sheltered me for 19 years. Seriously, if you add it all up, what they spent on me is at least the cost of a nice house. Sure, I'll get one for myself at some point, but for now, I just crash in Dave and Ginny's guest house and sometimes at my folks' place. The point is, though, I know I can change things at a moment's notice. I'll say that again because it's important. I can change things at a moment's notice. And that's what freedom and peace of mind are all about. But just because I can doesn't mean I have to. For now, I choose to stay near my family and friends because they're the most important people to me. Look, I don't know you, and I don't know what you're going to spend this cash on. And I said going to because you will have this cash in your bank account very soon. But I can guarantee you this: after you buy your dream car, after you buy your dream house, after you clear all of your debts, after you spend crazy amounts on toys, you will come to a point, just like Dave and Ginny, me, and the other people using Insured Profits, a point where there will be nothing more to buy because you'll have everything already. Seriously, having a lot of stuff is nice, but even I've realized there comes a point where you don't need any more of it. It's just clutter, and the only perk you'll be left with is your guaranteed freedom and security for life. Look, I want to make you very wealthy, but please don't abuse this opportunity that we're giving you today. Don't ever forget how lucky you already are in life, and always take a moment to consider those less fortunate than you. We're doing this so that you can have a better future, and hopefully you'll help others along the way, just as we are. Once you see the money rolling in every single week, thousands of dollars each time, the same thing will happen to you as happened to me and the other Insured Profit users. You'll get so excited you won't be able to sleep at night. Honestly, you will not be able to sleep at night. Enjoy that time. Really, enjoy it. It's fun, and most of all, you will have earned it. But as time goes by, you keep seeing money arriving in your bank account on a weekly basis, automatically, and you start getting used to it. You start living a great life filled with whatever you want. When that happens, remember where you came from and never forget those less fortunate than you. Now, here's something I didn't mention at the beginning of all this, and it's very important. We're only giving our software away to 100 people. Only 100, no more, no less. And if we could help more people, we would. but any more than 100 would be way too many for us to assist personally. You have to understand that this is not our business. We make more money than we need by using the software ourselves. We don't need any additional income. So we will not be hiring people to help us with new users. We'll be doing all the support ourselves. It's not that you should really need any help because the software is so simple a 10-year-old could use it, but there are lots of people, especially older people, who just aren't technical and need help with even the most basic things like installing some software. Although we're eager to help out, there's just so much time we're willing to put into this. So 100 people goes hand in hand with our objective. Help some people make a lot of money, give back. And at the same time, we can give them personal attention. Even if it comes down to, how do I access the software? When accessing is as easy as entering an email address and the password we provide you with. So hopefully you get the point. Now, if you're here today and you're watching this video, then either one of your friends invited you or you're just incredibly lucky because we haven't told a lot of people about this. I'm guessing that if you've hung in until now, then you know this is the real thing. But right now, you're at a crossroads and you've got a choice to make. Though from my point of view, there really is only one choice. There's nothing left to say other than good luck. And I hope you're one of those 100 very fortunate people. If you aren't, someone faster than you will be. That's how life is, really. It's those who can spot a real opportunity and act before anyone else who get to keep the trophy. If the registration form on this page is still up, sign up now. At the end of the day, remember, if you do take that step, you have nothing to lose and a lot to gain. But if you wait and the opportunity passes, you gain nothing and lose a lot instead. Good luck. Drop Dave, Ginny, or me an email once you've accessed the software. We'll be here to help you with whatever you need.